Okay, so today we're going to learn the importance of English communication in different verticals. Okay, and for that I've got a few points that we're going to address. So the first thing that we're going to look at is why we need English and how important is it. Okay, so communication, English has become a global language today, right? And all of us have a necessity to understand English, to express ourselves in English, because our work environments are like that. Okay, be it software development, be it marketing communications, business development, cold calling, whatever happens, our target audience is somewhere away from the world. Though we have different audience, our target audience is different. We predominantly focus on the Western market. So the English communication is important. Okay, so there are a few things that we're going to look at today. Okay, why English is important, or rather how we can improve or how we can enhance what we know. It's not about improving. How we can enhance what we know. Okay, so the first thing we need to understand is we need motivation. We need motivation to learn English. Motivation in the sense, every day when you wake up, okay, it's not about you just wake up and then you do the same old chores, right? You do the same old work, you get up, you have your coffee. There should be something to look forward to. You should, be excited for that. So for that you need something that instigates that excitement. That's motivation. For you to motivate yourself to learn English is you need to understand that your day comprises of English. Your work comprises of English. Your brothers, your sisters, your nephews, your nieces, everyone are going to converse in English or they are studying English. So they need English at some point in your day. So you need that motivation to understand that it is important for you to express yourself. Okay. So your motivation would be your family and your near and dear ones. So that is your motivation. You should understand that you have to express yourselves and you can interact with them. Secondly, you need to listen. You need to listen to English regularly. So when we say English regularly, I'm not talking about, periodic intervals. So Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about every single day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay? Every day you should have the essence of understanding English, or rather of enhancing what you know. Okay? So you need to make sure that you're learning English regularly. Okay? You need to listen to it. Now, for you to just listen to it, it's not going to be easy. Okay? Not everyone's going to talk to you in English. When you go to a tea shop, no one's going to talk to you in English. When you go to buy vegetables, you're not going to hear the shopkeeper talking to you in English. But wherever you can make small talk, small conversations with someone. Say for example, you're just walking from your home, someone wants a lift, or you want a lift. You can speak in English. Maybe it's maybe it's a person from a different city, different state, maybe a different national as well. Or maybe your client is coming down, so you need English, right? So you need to make sure that you listen to English regularly. And apart from that, you need to think and feel English. When I say think and feel English, you should be able to, whatever you're thinking in your mother tongue, okay? Now say for example, there's a thought process that happens, right? From your brain, and then you think about it, and then it comes out through your mouth, through the sounds, okay? So there is mental and there is physical. There are two processes that is going on. So whatever is happening in your head, you know it in your mother tongue already, whether it be Tamil, Telugu, whatever the regional language your mother tongue is. You can actually think about that in your own mother tongue. The problem is for you to make sure that your thought process itself is in English. That is important. That is how you'll be able to enhance what you know. So that is why I would say think and feel in English. Okay, the thought process is very, very important. Without the thought process, the physical outcome of your expressions is not going to be improved. So you need to think in English. So suppose your mom or your dad says anything, or if your siblings say anything, whatever they say, you answer them. At least, think about it in your own mother tongue first, and then make sure you have the thought process in English also. Okay? And then, a very important task is studying and memorizing in English. Okay, this is a little more important than the previous ones. So when we say study, we're talking about different methods of study. So in the IELTS exams, there is listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Okay, so there are 4 different sectors in this. So when you say study, whenever you're listening to something that is absolutely foreign to you, maybe it's in English, maybe it's in a different language, when you receive that particular information, you are listening to it. That is a mode of study. Okay, then you actually read. Reading, I would say, keep it as your second priority. The reason being, without even knowing how to pronounce the sounds if you read, you're going to read wrong. Okay, so don't read immediately. Always listen. Listen to speeches, listen to documentaries, listen to interviews on a regular basis. Okay, and then you start speaking. So when I say speaking, you need to make sure that your day comprises of at least 1 hour. 1 hour of speaking, or rather, let's say all of this 1 hour per day. Okay, listen to English videos, with lyrics. I think the other day we were speaking, the last time when we spoke, I said to make sure you listen to videos with lyrics. If you enjoy the music, you will not understand the words at all. The lyrics are important. That's where your communication is. So it's not about you enjoying the song. Enjoying the song is part of relaxation. That's what endorphins. But you need to listen to it with lyrics. Okay, and then you start reading. Or rather, you'll actually put reading as third. Okay, I would say put speaking as second, reading as third, and writing as fourth. Okay, so make sure you spend 1 hour for this. So we're talking about 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. At least 4 hours, you will get, a better result than what we have. And then the most important one than this is practice. The biggest problem here is feeling shy, and then stage fear, and then what else can you think of in terms of why do you not practice? What other reasons can you give me for not? Say a fear of mistakes, then peer pressure. These are all problems that are associated to why you don't practice the English language, right? First of all, you're shy. You are shy because you are mature enough, you're not a child, right? So suppose someone makes fun of you, you're not able to take it. And then secondly, you maybe are an introvert. You don't want to even speak in English. You just feel like, okay, I don't even speak in Tamil to my friends. I don't even speak much. I don't even have much friends. Unless you break out of that circle, unless you come out of your comfort zone, you're not going to improve or practice. You need to break that comfort zone. Secondly, stage fear. Stage fear, it took me a long time to get to this place where I am. The reason being, speaking to 1 or 2 people is not a big deal. But when you speak to at least 4 people in a team, say for example you're now in your office environment, your team comprises about 4 people. You're talking to them in your chair is entirely different than when you are addressing them as an individual, as a leader, okay, or as a person who has something else to share. That stage fear has, a few things that are associated with that. We'll discuss that later. But start making a practice from today if you can. The reason being, some of the schools, they actually give you presentations and some projects and all that. It's not about you doing the project, it's about you presenting in front. It's about you getting you overcoming the stage fear. That is why some schools have presentations, which when we were small we didn't have the privilege, neither did we bother about it. Okay, fear of mistakes. This is the biggest reason why people don't succeed. Learn to accept your fear. Accept your fear. The reason why I'm telling you this is, I've gone through this phase and I'm okay with it. It takes a lot of time to overcome this. It took me at least about 15 years for me to overcome my mistakes. I cannot accept a no, neither can I say no. Okay? So if someone's telling you something, it is going to be depressing, it is going to be very heavy on your heart, but then if you made a mistake, you made a mistake. Accept it. Learning to accept what you made, or learning, accepting that you did something wrong will help you to practice further. Okay? And then peer pressure. Peer pressure is nothing but peers, your friends or your colleagues or your acquaintances, PEER. Okay? Peer pressure. Peer pressure is, just because he is speaking English, I also want to speak in English. Just because he is speaking to an American client in an American accent, I want to speak in an American accent. That is not required. The environment that we are today in is due to peer pressure. Everyone wants to go for some sort of, say your friend went to a particular college, your friend did a particular course, you want to do the same thing. Or you are forced to do the same thing. Your neighbor has done engineering, your family forces you to do engineering. His path is different, your path is different. Okay? So peer pressure is very, very important. And the worst mistake that we can do is looking at someone's success. Okay, do not look at anyone's success. The reason being, you don't know the path that they've taken. Okay, if someone's speaking in English well today, if someone's speaking in Tamil well today, it's because he had a rough path, or else there won't be success, isn't it? Success doesn't come as soon as you're born. Right? So make sure you get over peer pressure. Just because someone's doing it, don't do it. If you feel like it, do it. That will in turn help you to practice more. Unless you overcome your mind, unless you make sure your thought process, unless you train your mind to accept your mistakes, and it is okay if I do like this. It's okay. It's absolutely fine. If you're going to take small baby steps, it is absolutely fine. Every day, make sure you read aloud. In the morning, whenever you wake up, read aloud. Okay? When I say read aloud, I mean, say for example, you have a book, or just take a 3 rupees newspaper, a Hindu or Deccan Chronicle. I prefer Hindu because Hindu has much more better vocabulary. So read those phrases aloud to your, in a mirror. You can read for about 10-15 minutes a day. That's more than enough if you're reading. Okay, if you find new words, use a dictionary. All of us have mobiles. You can search, using Google. Okay, use a dictionary. Whenever you read, you will actually find new vocabulary. Okay, you find new vocabulary, you use the dictionary, find out the meaning. Okay. Okay, and whenever you're using new vocabulary, there's a study that says whenever you use new words, your IQ actually increases. Okay, you can read about it. It is scientifically proven, or at least it's mentioned somewhere on the internet. So please make sure you read aloud and then do role plays. Role plays is nothing but you hear a dialogue. Okay, dialogue. Okay. These are not small things that we need to understand. Okay. Monologue means speech by one person to a crowd. Okay, a crowd could mean more than two. Okay, that's called a monologue. A dialogue means speech or rather conversation between two or more people. Okay. So first of all, you're going to do monologue. You're going to hear whatever you're hearing. You role play it, tell yourself, and then you practice with two or more people. So you do your dialogue. Okay. So just make sure you do that. And apart from that, yeah. Okay. This is called the holistic approach. You don't just concentrate on listening to music. You don't just read books. You don't just speak without even knowing new vocabulary. You don't go straight away and write letters. You need to take the holistic approach. You need to listen, you need to read, speak and write English. The biggest part of it is practice again. How much ever people pay for spoken English classes, there's no use if they don't practice. Small things, small opportunities where you can practice your English is go to hotels, spend about 10-15 minutes to small coffee shops. You don't have to go to Starbucks. Go to small coffee shops and then take up training classes, take up tuitions at home. At least learn, at least enhance your memory or enhance your general knowledge based on the books that you receive. I think certain books that you get from LKG to 5th standard, those things you can actually improve because word formation is very, very important. Okay? So you're listening, please listen to videos or speeches, interviews with subtitles or lyrics. Okay? Do you have any questions? Any questions?
So what will be the regular practice from the day one today?
Okay. So first thing is, as I told you, first thing is listening. So first listen to music, videos, interviews. I prefer using BBC UK. Okay, BBC UK is the standard neutral English. After that comes Canadian. You can watch BBC UK predominantly. Even if you go for IELTS anywhere in the world, they are going to give you British accent or rather neutral accent. British Council, ADP, wherever you go, they are going to give you IELTS only British accent. So please watch BBC UK and hear with subtitles and lyrics. That is very, very important. Okay, from day one. And whatever new word you find out, please use a dictionary or Google. Understand the meaning. Once you understand the meaning, make sentences, sensible sentences. It's not like you make telegrams. Telegrams are outdated nowadays, but please don't make telegrams. We need to make sentences. Sentences are very, very important. If your word formation is not correct, your sentences will be rubbish. If your sentences are wrong, your messages will get misconveyed. Okay? Any questions so far? If you don't have questions, it's okay. Do you have any questions? No. Okay. It's fine. Okay. So I think let's wrap up for today.
So this is a task. Watch BBC, find a new word, find the meaning, write it.
Start off with
10 sentences.
Yeah. Start off with 10 minutes interviews. There are short snippets. Okay, snippets are from 30 seconds to 3 minutes. Those are called snippets. Watch snippets first, or small ads. Once you find that, just pick up an interview. Say maybe Princess Diana, or if you find out Meghan Markle talking to Prince William. There'll be, I think on January 19th, only today I watched the news. January 19th, Meghan Markle has said she and her husband have given a statement that they don't want to be in the royal family anymore. They want to dethrone themselves. Quite a stupid decision, but you can hear what he is saying, Prince William and Meghan Markle, as well as the interviewer. See what the subtitles say. See which word is new. Use a dictionary. Find the meaning of it. Make a phrase. Repeat that phrase maybe for about 5-10 minutes. and then you make a different sentence than what you've already heard. Okay? And let's wrap it up today. Thank you.